Hello, this is JB Sissel with ICTV bringing you today's Ask Mike question. Mike, players from the 1977 team recently talked about the Carolina football family. What is your experience with the Carolina football family and the players that you played with? Mike is joining us remotely today from Charlotte.
I'll tell you what, when I came into college, I heard everyone talking about the Carolina Network generally. So not just Carolina football or Carolina athletics, but the Carolina Network generally. And that is, you go to any big city in America, there are people in decision-making positions, either in the private sector or the public sector, and they all have Carolina degrees. You'll always be able to find somebody who's important with a UNC degree, and typically the Carolina Network is always there for you and will always be there to help. I found that to be absolutely true from coast to coast. You can find Tar Heels all over the country. And all of them that I meet are willing to help, and they're willing to network and to be available to help a fellow alum. As far as football is concerned, I agree with those guys. I think there's a very strong Carolina football network. We understand all the things that the older generations went through because the younger generations go through the same thing, and we all share that bond together. And whenever we see each other at functions, or we see each other at games, or out at spring practices, or what have you, there's definitely a familiarity there, just from I went through this, you went through this, we went through this the same way kind of thing. And we may not even know each other's names, but we know that there's a connection there somehow. So yeah, the 1977 team, when they were talking about that, they're absolutely right. There is a connection, there is a brotherhood there that kind of spans generations of Carolina football players, and we really work hard to foster that and to really emphasize that culture amongst Carolina. Because if we don't have each other, we don't have anybody. We shared a very unique experience, and that experience was relatively the same with some minor changes here and there, generation to generation. So it's something I'm very proud to be a part of, and it's certainly a network that is available and is readily accessible from coast to coast. That applies just generally being a Tar Heel, from the general college all the way down to a more granular level with our football program itself. So I agree with those guys, and they made a good point, but that absolutely exists.
Mike, thank you for your time today and your take on the Carolina football family. For Mike Ingersoll, this is JB Sissel. Thank you for watching ICTV.